Okay, set it. Good morning, respected chief guest of today's function, Professor Rashekar Garu, Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Hyderabad, and Professor MLS Devkumar Garu, who is the Director and Program Coordinator of this FDP program, and Dr. T. Narayan Reddy Garu, who is Additional Controller of Examinations and also the faculty of JNTUA School of Management Studies, and my dear colleagues and all the participants. I welcome you all to the 1-week faculty development program, which is AICT sponsored on application of emerging technologies in business, which is from December 10th, 7th to 12th, 2020. And now the welcome address will be given by Dr. T. Narayan Reddy Garu, who is the Additional Controller of Examinations. I request Dr. T. Narayan Reddy Garu to welcome all the participants and resource persons and speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to you all. I welcome all the dignitaries and the participants for on behalf of JNTUA University, Annatapur, for 1-week faculty development program on applications of emerging technologies in business from 7th December to 12th December 2020. organized by JNTU University School of Management Studies and Director of Faculty Development IQAC JNTUA Anantapuram. I take this opportunity to invite Chief Guest of today's inaugural function, Professor Rajsekhar Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, Chief Patron, Honorable Vice Chancellor of JNTU University Anantapuram, Professor Srinivas Kumar Garu, Co-Patron of the program, beloved Register, Professor M. Vijay Kumar Sir, the University Coordinator of the program, Madam Professor J. Prasanthi, Director, Faculty Development, and Program Coordinator, Professor MLS Devkumaram Garu, Director, School of Management Studies, JNTU University Anantapuram, and my dear faculty members of School of Management Studies and other beloved participants, my heartful welcome to all of you for this 1 week faculty development program. So this program mainly focuses on equipping the faculty members to create awareness and upgrade knowledge and skills in emerging issues like Python programming, R programming, blockchain technologies and fintech technologies which are closely related to the business. So all of you know it is necessary for everyone to keep pace with the current trends in the business, especially faculty members. So this faculty development, 1 week faculty development program will definitely enable the participants to enrich the knowledge in all these emerging issues and other concepts of the business management also. So the resource persons and having affluent research experience in emerging areas of the business and other allied areas also. So in this juncture, I request all the participants to participate actively and enrich knowledge. I welcome all the resource persons and all the guests for this inaugural function. And now I am handovering this session to Program Coordinator Professor MLS Devkumar Garu. Thank you, one and all, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Narayan Reddy, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable words. And next part of the program is University Song, that is JNTUA Anthem. So please, I request Shravan Kumar, sir, to play the University Song.
जय जय हे जय जय हे विज्ञान कांति पुंजमा जय जय हे विज्ञान कांति पुंजमा जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्मारक वन तेजमा सांकेतिक शास्त्र विश्वविद्यालय राजमा भव्य सीमलो वेलसिन अक्षर कल्प भूजमा जय जय हे जय जय हे जय अनंत JNTU స్వాతంత్ర్యానికి పూర్వమే మేజర్ మ్యార్లీ స్థాపించిన కళాశాల దినదినము వర్ధిల్లి అఖిలాంధ్రదేశమంతే ఆది అయి విలసిల్లి అభ్యుదయ వికాస శ్రీ విశ్వమెల్ల విస్తరిల్లి మేధావులనందించే మేలిమి విద్యల తల్లి జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే జయ అనంత JNTU జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే జయ అనంత JNTU శేషాచల గిరుల సిరుల చెలువారు చిత్తూరు ఆంధ్రుల తొలి రాజధాని నగరమైన కర్నూలు శేషాచల గిరుల సిరుల చెలువారు చిత్తూరు ఆంధ్రుల తొలి రాజధాని నగరమైన కర్నూలు విలువైన ఖనిజాల నెలవైన కడప గడప రోదసి కేంద్రం శ్రీహరికోట గల నెల్లూరు రోదసి కేంద్రం శ్రీహరికోట గల నెల్లూరు లేపాక్షికళ కనంత జిల్లాల పెన్నిధి జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే జయ అనంత JNTU జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే జయ అనంత JNTU నవోన్మేషమౌ బోధన యువత భవిత కాలంబన అధునాతన పరిశోధనల ఆవిష్కరణల కల్పన నిస్తుల క్రీడల సాధన నీతి సూత్రముల ప్రేరణ నిర్మల సేవాచరణ నిరుపమానమై జగాన విజేతలను సృష్టించి విశిష్టతను చాటు జనని జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే దేశ ప్రగతి దివ్య శక్తి ప్రదాయిని జవహరులాల్ నెహ్రూ సాంకేతిక శాస్త్ర విశ్వవిద్యాలయ వాణి జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే జయ అనంత JNTU జయ అనంత JNTU జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే జయ అనంత JNTU జయ జయ హే జయ జయ హే జయ అనంత JNTU
over to you, madam.
Thank you, Shravan sir. Thank you, Shravan sir. Hope all of you enjoyed our university song. Next, I request Professor MLS Devkumar Garu, who is Director of JNTUA School of Management Studies and FDP Program Coordinator, to address the participants and the gathering. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. D. Varalakshmi, co-coordinator of this AICT-sponsored FDP program. on behalf of JNTUA University School of Management Studies, I take this opportunity to welcome all of you for this inaugural function of AICT sponsored FDP program on application of emerging technologies in business being conducted by JNTUA School of Management Studies in association with the Directorate of Faculty Development and IQAC JNTUA University, Anantapur. So at the outset, I'm very happy to be associated and being a program coordinator for this need of the hour program. Why? Because today the pace of emerging technologies is at very higher pace, and day in day out, lot of technologies are being developed, and ultimate utility of all these technologies are being reflected when we are applying them for various purposes. So we know that business entities are in forefront in utilizing the technologies and reaping the benefit out of the technologies. And we have seen in last decade, so many technologies have been emerged, and they have been involved in every activity of business, and we are being using these technologies at every step. And we have seen the transformation of business from conventional business to digital business today, and because of advent of latest technologies in the areas of automation, the area of digital transactions and digital marketing, and a lot of latest technologies are being emerged. And today, because of this latest technologies emergence, so there is a need of upgrading all our curriculum at our business schools. Why? Because so without using technologies, business entities cannot survive at this cutthroat competition. And being teachers at the business schools, we are having a lot of responsibility to get acquainted with latest technologies, and we have to learn. Why? Because being a faculty, many of the times we may not having exposure for the latest technologies which are being emerged. But so we cannot be lethargic. So we have to definitely learn all this. I think this sound is coming, Shravan. Just so you have to learn. We have to learn the technologies, and we have to take the knowledge to the budding managers so that they can use them appropriately while executing their duty as managers and administrators and decision makers. So keeping all this in view, JNTUA Anantapur School of Management Studies have started a few new programs at our institution. So we have started MBA program in 2009, and later in 2018 we have started MBA Financial Technology. So keeping the demand of latest technologies, and especially in fintech area, so we have started MBA Fintech program in our School of Management Studies. And with the suggestions of many people who are being supporting us, JNTUA Management Studies, like Professor Rajshekhar Garu, Lokanand Reddy Garu, and Professor so many industry people, and we are planning to introduce business data analytics from this year, 2020-21 admission year. MBA Business Data Analytics we are going to introduce. So we thought that the teachers at the JNTU School of Management should be trained, and they have to inline with the new course which is going to be started. And we'd like to have some awareness, some learning about this. So we during at this juncture, so we got opportunity to conduct this FDP program. So with the support of our Directorate of Faculty Development and IQAC and AICTE. So we thought of taking this knowledge to all our colleagues at other business schools also. So we have floated this flyer, and we got tremendous responsibility, and we have confined to only 100 members to have quality in broadcasting and learning. So many of applicants were rejected or they were denied of participation in this one because of the constraints from AICT also. So keeping all this view, we are very much thankful for all the resource persons accepting our request and given consent to be as a greatest resource persons. So we are fortunate to have our beloved chief guest, Veer Rajshekhar Garu, Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Hyderabad. He happens to be the driver behind our School of Management. And he is one of our premier advisory member. And fortunately, we are having him as a chief guest today. And he is also taking some sessions in this program. So we are very much thankful for you, sir, for being a chief guest, and we welcome you. And at the same time, we are having our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor Srinivas Kumar Garu, who has been always supporting to the, our School of Management Studies. And it today happened to be his last day as Vice Chancellor of our university. So actually, we requested him to participate, but he is busy in discharging duties on final day, and he is starting his journey to his parent university. So and because of that reason, also our the minister could also join. So anyway, during the course of program, they may join and they'll also be with us. So friends, this program is scheduled from today and it is going to end on 12th. So already schedule has been sent to all of you and you know the topics and all these things. You can see a good number of best speakers of our country have been involved in this program. And the technologies being covered basically from data analytics, big data, data science, spreadsheet modeling, and analytics, marketing analytics, HR analytics, financial analytics, and data visualization, and multivariate techniques, and blockchain technology, and a lot of related topics of cryptocurrency and future of cryptocurrency and the blockchain ecosystem, and hands-on experience of some of the things, and most of the times it will be demonstration. And we expect being three major technologies are being introduced to all the faculty members. We have considered that all the faculty members at the entry level or they are new to this technology. Keeping that in view, we requested our resource persons to go with the introduction and to give some knowledge or some opening on different knowledge. So some profile of the technologies will be introduced to all the teachers. So this is the plan of conducting this program. So each one topic is having a lot of in-depth subject. So if everything permits, so we'll plan for each one topic will take up as a one course and we'll go down the line with the help of all our resource persons. Basically, this program is an introductory session for all the technologies being emerged now and being applied in business entities. So this is all about the program anyway. So you know the schedule and you can see how best resource persons who have been taking up. And at this juncture, I should not forget the help of Dr. Lokanand Reddy Garu for involving in planning and execution and many of the things. So similarly, we are having so many other professors from NIT Warangal and from industry, from Geetham University, from various industrial entities also. So we will be meeting them during the session and we'll be having all the program. And as you know, while conducting this program, 80% of attendance is mandatory to give you a certificate, and at the same time 60% of performance in a end test is required. And as you know, I think I need not mention, but still as a program coordinator, just I would like to remind all of you, being it is an online program, so we have to take care about issues of network and broadcasting also. So I request all the participants to close your video during the session. Sessions are going on, and mute your mic so that there will not be any disturbance. So whenever you want to ask any doubts, please switch on your video and as well as mic, and you can ask questions. And as and when the resource persons makes any comments or queries and any interaction is required, please join by opening your videos and audios. And at the same time, in between, there will be some quizzes, and please respond to all the quizzes so that makes us to understand how you are getting the subject and all things. So these are from my side. I thank our university administration, namely our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Srinivas Kumar Garu, Registrar Professor Vijay Kumar Garu, and Director of Faculty Development Professor G. Prashanti Garu, and our staff and advisory committee of our program, and especially for all the resource persons who have given consent to be as a resource persons and making this program possible to conduct. And at the same time, all our faculty members, our co-coordinator Dr. Varalakshmi, and our beloved participants, without whom this program cannot be conducted. So thank you, Dr. Varalakshmi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your detailed explanation about the emerging technologies, that too specifically data analytics and blockchain technology, and about the history of our department also. Recently, we had introduced the fintech, and now we are going for data analytics. Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to welcome Professor G. Prashanti Madam, who is the Directorate of Faculty Development and IQAC, and who is she's also the University Coordinator of this program. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the FDP and inaugural function of this application of emerging technologies in business program. All with pleasure, madam.
Thank you.
Now I request Srilata madam to read the profile of Prashanti madam.
Srilata. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, madam. Yes. I will start. Hello. On the behalf of madam. On the behalf of all the participants. Chief guest of today's Professor B. Rashikar, Program coordinator, Professor MLS Dev, my colleague and director.
Madam, some echo is coming. Some echo.
Hello.
Some sound is coming.
Yeah, all the participants, please mute your mics.
Yeah.
So that echo will not be there. Thank you.
Here I have only one device, ma. I think it is from other side. All of you, please.
Yeah, madam, it is clear now. Please go ahead.
Okay.
It is clear. Please go ahead.
So I think.
Two IDs are there, madam.
How much?
With BFDP, JNTUA, office 2 IDs are there, madam.
Okay. Oh. Office.
That's the problem. Hope so.
Yeah, it is clear, madam, now.
Okay. So I'll start once again.
Thank you.
Respected chief guest of today's function, Professor B. Rashikar Garu, Vice Chancellor, Hyderabad Central University. My colleague, Director, School of Management Studies, Professor MLS Dev Kumar. I see Dr. Narayan Reddy Garu also here. Other faculty of School of Management Studies, Varalakshmi, Srilata, and the participants of this program. I welcome you all on the behalf of university for this faculty development program on application of emerging technologies in business. So this program is sponsored by Faculty Development Cell, AICTE, we have a MOU with Faculty Development Cell AICTE, where we could get permission for conducting 11 faculty development programs in the university. So we have distributed these 11 programs to different units of JNTU. JNTU College of Engineering Anantapur, JNTU College of Engineering Pulivendala, JNTU College of Engineering Kalikiri, and OTPRA Anantapur, and 2 programs to the Directorate of the School of Management Studies. So I'm very happy that the School of Management Studies is conducting this very appropriate and required program, Applications of Emerging Technologies in Business. As I see the schedule and the resource persons they could gather, I'm really glad that they could rope in all the experts in the field. This program will be able to successfully clear what all the doubts you are having, what are the clarifications you seek in this subject. And really, it is well planned, well arranged. This is the first program. Already we have conducted some 4 to 5 programs. This is the first program where my task was very, very easy, because Professor MLS Devakumar was having a good team with him. Everything is taken care of by them. No work to the director, to the faculty development and IQAC. Really, I appreciate that. Very neatly arranged. So, in order to insist on the quality, the director of faculty development AICT said that we need to admit only 100 participants. Okay, so that we can monitor them well and clarify their questions and clarify any of the syllabus they want to understand very clearly. So that is the reason, in spite of getting so many invitations, so many applications for this FDP, we could accommodate only very few people. But I see other people will join in due course. And I really congratulate again, once again, the faculty of School of Management Studies for arranging this program so well, arranging the resource persons. I also thank the chief guest. I also thank the resource persons who will be delivering lectures in various emerging technologies in the business management. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Hello. Hello. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your words and detailed explanation about the IQAC and the faculty development cell and about the program also. And next, because of the busy schedule, Registrar of the JNTUA University, Professor M. Vijay Kumar sir and Professor S. Srinivas Kumar Garu were not joined because of their busy schedule. And as Dev Kumar sir told you earlier, that the VC sir is discharging from his duties today only, so that he couldn't join. So this is sorry for the inconvenience to all the participants. So the next, we will go to the next one. Next part of the program is the profile reading of Professor Rashekar sir by Zakir Hussain sir. I request Zakir Hussain sir to present the brief biodata of Rashekar sir to the participants and this presenter speakers.
Thank you, Varalakshmi Madam. Very good morning to one and all. I, Dr. Zakir Hussain, working as Assistant Professor on ad hoc basis, School of Management Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Anantapuram. I'm really very happy to introduce today's chief guest of program, Professor B. Rajsekar sir. Professor B. Rajsekar sir is currently Pro Vice Chancellor of the University of Hyderabad. He has a commendable track record in the field of higher education as an academician and academic administrator. Professor Shekhar associated with the School of Management Studies since its inception, June 1999. And he is also coordinating a postgraduate diploma in business management offered by the Center for Distance Education and Virtual Learning, University of Hyderabad. He was also associated with the Telangana State Public Service Commission as one of the members of the committee for formulation of a scheme and syllabus. As the Dean of the School of Management Studies, University of Hyderabad, Professor Shekhar has played a significant role in launching a unique MBA program in business analytics at University of Hyderabad. He has successfully coordinated 2 MOOCs programs, namely in research methodology for social science through SWAYAM and data analysis for social sciences through orbit of MHRD. Professor Shekhar is appointed as one of the members of the expert committee constituted by the UGC to draft learning outcomes based curriculum framework for management. Professor Shekhar participated in leadership for academician program of MHRD at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur and Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, and one week training program on becoming a top 100 university at Manos University, Melbourne, Australia. Professor Shekhar successfully coordinated leadership for academician program of MHRD at University of Hyderabad as associated coordinated. Professor Shekhar sir is the first recipient of the Academicians Excellence Award instituted by the Hyderabad Management Association in the year of 2020. Then coming to education and employment, Professor Shekhar sir obtained his Bachelor of Technology degree in Civil Engineering from Acharya Nagarjuna University, Master's degree in Business Administration from Usmania, Psychology from Sri Venkateswara University, and Education from IGNOU. He was awarded Doctorate degree in Business Management from Kakatiya University and Psychology from Sri Venkateswara. Added to above, he acquired 2 postgraduate diplomas in Personal Management and Industrial Relations from the Kakatiya University and Computer Science from Hyderabad. Professor Shekhar also underwent a faculty development program at the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. Prior to joining the University of Hyderabad, he taught at Kakatiya University and Kamala Nehru Polytechnic for Women. Coming to research, Professor Rajsekhar sir authored, edited and co-edited books in the area of consumer protection, supply chain management and quality management. He was published 52 research papers in reputed journals and also contributed 30 papers in conference proceedings and books. Professor Shekhar sir successfully guided 17 research scholars for PhD and 8 more scholars are working under his supervision. Professor Shekhar sir is a specialist in the area of service quality and has been doing extensive research in various issues for service quality. He has been running a career counseling column in leading Telugu daily newspaper Eenadu, titled Q&A under the Chadu category. Then coming to academic administration, besides his academic activity, Professor Shekhar sir served various administrative positions in the University of Hyderabad, including Dean of the School of Management Studies, Head of the Department of Education and Educational Technology, Director of Internal Quality Assurance Cells IQAC, Dean of Students Welfare, Registrar, Chief Warden, Deputy Chief Warden, etc. Then coming to research interest, Professor Shekhar sir's primary area of interest includes service quality, quantitative techniques, operations management, industrial and organization psychology, and research methodology. Thanks for giving this opportunity, Varalakshmi. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Zakir Hussain sir. Thank you very much for your valuable words about our chief guest of today's function, that is Professor Rajsekhar sir. Next, I would like to today's our chief guest, Professor Rajsekhar sir, Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Hyderabad, to address the gathering.
Yeah, very good morning. Respected Professor Devkumar. I think some of you, everybody should mute your mics, please. Yeah, respected Devkumar, Professor Prashanti, Dr. Narayan Reddy, Dr. Varalakshmi, and my dear participants. So it gives me immense pleasure to be part of this inaugural session of FDP. on application of emerging technologies in business, organized by JNTU Anantapur. So in the introduction, you must have heard to Mr. Devkumar about the program and its planning, how they have designed this program, what kind of resource persons are going to come and deliver the lectures, and so on and so forth. So as all of us know, today's business is redefined. Whatever business today we are seeing is not as same as business of 1990s or 1980s or 2000s. So today we are in a kind of a situation in 2020. So most of our business is being done on e-commerce platforms. So when we are buying the things on e-commerce platforms, then there is no personal interaction between the customer and seller. So earlier what used to happen is the customer used to go to the shop and the shopkeeper used to see the behavior of the customer. But in most of the business today, you are now buying a 1 lakh worth of mobile phone or 1 lakh worth of laptop on e-commerce platforms. So now it's becoming extremely difficult for the businesses to understand the customer. So for which they are taking the help of technology, whether it is simple Google search. I think a simple Google search is going to give us the most sought after item or which brand is most searched for. I think this kind of information and we are able to get it. And in the similar way, we are trying to integrate our business with technology. So 30 years ago, when I was doing my MBA, I think we had a computer lab where we were learning WordStar, Lotus, DBase 1, 2, 3. So DBase, Lotus, and WordStar. So today, if I look at our own MBA students, I think especially MBA Business Analytics, they have 50% of the courses are based on programming languages or technology-related things or analytical kind of a subject. And mostly, I think, they are handling the huge data sets. So I think, when we were students of MBA, so our statistics teacher used to teach us 10 values or 20 values to calculate whether of central tendency, whether of dispersion or whatever, correlation or regression, whatever. So today, if I look at my own business analytics class, our students are handling the data sets of 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. Such kind of a huge data sets people are handling. And they are now, no more people are trying to look at the sample. Now they have access to entire population, for which people are speaking about data scrapping, data mining. Now they're speaking about text analytics, data analytics, of course, data sciences, data analytics, text analytics. And also, today morning, just I thought of buying a honey bottle. So all of us know how to get a pure honey is the biggest challenge. So for which, I was just going through Amazon and I try to look at various kinds of brands available. Then, I could see various kinds of brands and one brand I could see could be better. One brand could be better. That's what I think we could see. But instead of jumping immediately, I was going through the specifications, I was going through comparison with other brands. I was also going through customer reviews. And on customer reviews on 5-point scale, what is the rating and how many people have participated and what kind of reviews they have given. So I was trying to assess the quality of the reviews and also quantity of reviews, the numbers and also quality. But after going through everything, at one point in time, I had my own doubt that how reliable these reviews are. This is the kind of a question. So how do I address that particular issue? That is the challenge we have. So in the similar way, when we look at our newspapers, everyday newspaper carried a different kind of advertisements. So if you look at our newspapers, Monday we find one kind of advertisements, one kind of product segment. Tuesday you find another product segment. Wednesday you find another product segment, and Sundays and Saturdays you find different kinds of product segments. So why they are targeting different segments on different days? There is also a lot of support of technology. This technology is going to help us on which day, which segment of customers are looking for which kind of a product. So from where I think we are now trying to look at the blockchain technology. We are also looking at Hadoop, Python, and machine learning. I think machine learning is another kind of a area. So more or less, we are trying to bring artificial intelligence to the business. So IoT in business, artificial intelligence in business. Now it becomes extremely difficult for us to understand what is management course, what is non-management course. So management course itself is highly heterogeneous because we borrow various concepts from various disciplines. You either say economics, mathematics, statistics, engineering, or commerce. Like that, even sometimes public administration, political science, sociology, anthropology, law. That is how we are trying to do that. But the technology component was very, very less when compared to other disciplines. But today, the technology component is going to dominate the entire business. And as teachers of MBA, I think we need to equip a different kind of a skill set. So unless we have a different kind of a skill set, our jobs are at at risk. Our jobs are at risk. So thanks to COVID, for the last 6, 7, 8 months, we have been operating through online classes, and we have been speaking about Swayam, we have been speaking about Arpit, we have been speaking about Coursera, edX, Udemy, NPTEL, and each university is also coming out with their own online lectures and so on and so forth. Imagine there will be a situation where the university may, or UGC or MHRD may say, so 50% of the classes can go online. When classes are available online, the students are able to access the content online. Then 50% of the content can go online. Then what will happen to this 50% of the faculty members who are working in all these colleges? This is the biggest challenge. So how do we face such kind of a challenge? The only thing is we need to upgrade ourselves, we need to reskill ourselves, we need to get into emerging areas. Since most of you must be management discipline here, or some of you must be from mathematics or statistics or engineering or maybe computer science and so on. So, but my kind of a request would be, so here there will be a future challenges, especially post-COVID. The education sector is going to change a lot, and also in the light of the national education policy, I think we are going to redefine our education system. And there will be radical changes in education system, and also especially post-COVID, there will be a kind of a situation of a blended learning and virtual learning and offline learning, online learning. And there will be a situation where the Swayam can offer the whole MBA program through that platform. Then what's going to happen? Then we'll say AICT tomorrow university will say that whatever credits you are getting from this online Swayam platform, they will be counted for your degree. Then what's going to happen to our jobs? So when I sit for faculty selections with various universities, still people are coming with the marketing, finance, HR specializations. But unfortunately, every department, every school, every college, we have already enough number of marketing, finance, HR people. But we are now looking for somebody who can teach quantitatives, who can teach operations, who can teach computer science, who can teach data sciences, who can teach data analytics, who can discuss business analytics. So who can teach various kinds of softwares to the students so that the students also will have more and more employment opportunities. I think this is the biggest challenge for all of us. I think we need to reinvent, and we need to look at where exactly the emerging technologies are there and how do we convert this challenge as an opportunity so that we can have a better satisfaction of teaching. So today I think, whatever subjects we teach in the class, there would be several kinds of videos available outside the class. And when it is the online program, then the sky is the limit. I think people can have access to Harvard professor, Stanford professor, Kellogg professor, or even IIM professor, and all universities, NITs, IITs professors. If that is the case, so tomorrow why a student will come to my lecture? when there are better lectures available online. I think, we need to add some kind of a value for which the technology is going to play a vital role. So when we are discussing technology here, from the context of, business, but even you can look at technology in the context of teaching, especially post-COVID, during COVID, post-COVID, I think, the technology interface has been increased. So today we are teaching through technology, people are learning through technology, evaluation is happening through technology, feedback is received through technology. Finally, the certificates also received through technology. I think, right from application, online application to online examination to online admission to online classes to online evaluation to online training, online skill developments through, at the end, we are awarding the online degree. I think this is going to be a tough thing for the future, because once this kind of a scenario comes, there will be a lot of jobs at stake. Now I think, this is the high time for all of us to diversify ourselves, to migrate from our existing. I think I'm not saying that, leave your existing specialization, but apart from the existing specialization, move towards different kind of a specialization so that still you will be relevant. I think, if you look at most of the institutions today, whether they are universities or colleges, I think, the younger generation who are getting into the system, they are coming with a lot of technical skills and other communication skills and soft skills. So there is always, a kind of a competition between the senior faculty and junior faculty. The junior faculty members are handling all advanced courses. The senior faculty members are handling the foundation courses. I'm not saying there's anything wrong in it, but over a period of time, there is every possibility that these basic foundation courses tomorrow, there will be a possibility that in the process of offering this 20%, 30% blended teaching, some of these courses can move to online. Then what will happen to the faculty who are reluctant to technology, who are not willing to learn new tools and techniques? That is where I think, independent of age, irrespective of specialization, each one of us should get into technology, adapt to the technology, and also look at the various kinds of interfaces in teaching learning process and also in business practices, how we can integrate our technology better, how we can understand technology better, and with the kind of technicalities and the complexities and the criticalities of this technology and its limitations and how it can be applied. And we are trying to look at this business into a different kind of a perspective. So this business perspective, what we are trying to look at is, we are trying to look at this business from data kind of, through data kind of, classes, or maybe through business analytics classes. And we are now trying to make a kind of, wonderful decisions as far as the business is concerned. With that kind of inputs, we can formulate better strategies, and also we can do a better business. We should be able to predict the consumer behavior, and also we can also, through technology, we can innovate how quickly I can reach. So today, if you would like to buy a product from Amazon, the normal delivery would be 3 days or 2 days. But if you are Amazon Prime, it would be 24 hours. And now we are also anticipating that, Amazon is going to deliver the goods through drones. I think that already experimentally they have started. And there will be a possibility that tomorrow the retail malls and everything, will be managed by robots, not by individual employees. I think, we are going to see, there will be supermarkets in abroad. There will not be anybody. There is no counter. There is no cash counter, there are no delivery boys, and straight away you can go and you can scan and you can buy and you can make the payment and you can come out. In US already we have been seeing that there are unmanned petrol pumps. From January 1st onwards, you are going to see unmanned toll gates. I think from January 1st, they are going to make this FASTag is a mandate. So that is where the whole business is being reinvented and redesigned and relooked and upgraded in the light of the current the revolution of technology. So education discipline is no way exception. Education discipline also going to face a lot of challenges and going to have a lot of opportunities. As management teachers, we should be able to know how to convert this kind of challenges into opportunities. I think this is one kind of an opportunity. Attending such kind of workshops and doing such kind of online courses and different kinds of disciplines which are related to technology and business. So this will enhance your employability. This will create some kind of demand for you, and also these subjects are going to provide a better employment opportunities to the students. And through this, you can also do a better research, and still your research can be relevant, you can be relevant, and your teaching is going to benefit the future generations. So I hope we are going to have a wonderful learning experience. I'm going to interact with you twice, today and the day after tomorrow. 2 sessions I'm going to handle. So today we are going to meet at 2:15. So then we are going to discuss about various things about business analytics and data sciences. And I wish you all the best, and I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your inspiring and motivational words about the program and about the new emerging technologies that are there in management field. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, Dekumar sir, shall we go for vote of thanks, sir? Sir, are any other items to be added? Yes, sure, sir. Thank you, sir. So now it's the time to go for vote of thanks of inaugural function. So I will take the privilege to convey vote of thanks to all the speakers and resource persons on behalf of JNTUA School of Management Studies. So first, I would like to thank today's chief guest, Professor B. Rashikar sir, who is the Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Hyderabad, for coming, for attending the inaugural function on online platform and making the participants aware about the e-commerce, robotics, online shopping products delivery, OLAP, that is online analytical processing, and artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, and how we can go for exploring ourselves through MOOCs and learning opportunities during this COVID-19 and application of concepts that are there in business, and how to apply this technology for various management concepts. All these are very well explained by Professor Rajshekar sir. I would like to thank on behalf of JNTUA School of Management Studies for providing, for giving such inspiring words about the new technologies. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Professor S. Srinivas Kumar Garu, who is the Vice Chancellor of JNTUA and Chief Patron of today's program. In spite of his busy schedule, he couldn't join the program. So I would like to thank Srinivas Kumar sir for providing us the opportunity to conduct the FDP program on emerging technologies. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Professor M. Vijay Kumar sir, who is the co-patron and registrar of JNTUA, for giving us opportunity to conduct this program and making this valuable one for all the participants and also the faculty members of JNTUA School of Management Studies. And next, I would like to thank Professor G. Prashanti Madam, who is the Directorate of Faculty Development and IQAC, and also the University Coordinator of this FDP. Thank you, Madam. Thank you for your support and encouragement towards conducting this program, and encouraging us and helping us and assisting us in all aspects related to the FDP program. Thank you, Madam. Next, I would like to thank our beloved Director of JNTUA School of Management Studies, Professor MLS Devkumar Garu, and also the FDP Coordinator of this program. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving opportunity to all the faculty members to be part of this faculty development program, and giving exposure to all the faculty members to learn the new technologies that are there in the business. Thank you very much, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dr. T. Narayan Reddy Garu, Associate Professor and Additional Controller of Examinations of JNTUA, for attending the online inaugural function in spite of his busy schedule and addressing all the resource persons, speakers, and the participants. Thank you very much, sir. Next, I would like to thank all the faculty members who are all involved in this inaugural function under the supporting faculty, Srilata Madam, Dr. Shravan sir, Dr. Jaki sir, and the senior faculty of this department, Dr. B.C. Lakshmana sir, Dr. Jairam Reddy sir, and Dr. Basaya sir, and Dr. Vishwanath sir, and Dr. Himabindu Madam. Thank you. Thank you all of you for your encouragement and support for smooth conducting of this program. And I would like to thank all the participants of this FDP program. If you are not there, in the sense it is not possible to conduct this in annual function. So thank you all of you. Thank you very much. And last but not least, I would like to thank press and media for covering this online FDP inaugural function. So thank you very much. Thank you all of you. I will assure all the participants you will have joyful sessions of all these 6 days, and the resource persons are very good. We are very glad to have all these resource persons who are renowned and they are well experienced in their respective fields. So we assure you from the side of the JNTUA School of Management Studies with good knowledge and with enjoyable period. Thank you one and all.
Small request from my side. Please stay, all of you. So please switch on your videos so that we can take a screenshot of all the participants once. Please switch on your videos once so that we'll take a screenshot. Dr. Seven, please make arrangement for that. So by the time all the people enter, I would like to specifically thank Professor Rashekar Garu for making this program more valuable, sir. Really, your insight has given a lot of awareness and the need of every faculty members to be on their toes to learn new technologies. Really, it is a challenge for all the teachers. You have touched the right point, sir. So being a teachers, especially senior teachers, also should learn about the technologies. There is no exception now. So really, we could admire through your lectures. Really, it has touched the important point. And at the same time, I thank Professor Prashanti Madam for giving the 2 programs for our department. Why? Because it is within 11 programs throughout the university. She could give 2 programs dedicated for our School of Management. And with this, after this program, we are planning another FDP in case study analysis. So we request all the research persons again. We'll be disturbing you one more time, sir. So kindly join with us. And at the same time, I would like to thank specifically to our advisory committee members, Professor S.V. Satyanarayana, who is happened to be Board of Studies Chairman for our Management Studies, and Airala Lokanand Reddy, sir, who is a Dean and Finance Officer and Associate Professor at Hyderabad Central University. And Professor Rashekar sir and Lokanand sir are, we treat them as our family members of our because since inception, we have been taking all help from them directly or indirectly, and we are proud to make them as our family members of our School of Management. So thank you very much. So I request once again all of you to switch on your videos, mute your phone, switch on your video, and Dr. Sevan, please arrange for a screenshot.
Sir, few of them only they are switched on the camera, sir.
So congratulations, Professor Dev Kumar, for successfully organizing this FDP inaugural function. Wish you all the best. I know that you will do a very good program with all the support from your faculty. Okay. Thank you.
So
actually,
it is all possible with all our team, madam. So being your driver at university level, definitely will do.
But all of you have done my work very easy. Actually, at these programs, I have to do many things here because of your team. My work got so much reduced. Actually, I was giving send off to our vice chancellor. I was thinking whether I could.
Yes, we understand.
In my time when you're speaking, I joined. Okay.
And convey our wishes to Vice Chancellor sir, and at the same time to ACT people, madam, team of ACT who is being supported.
Yeah, definitely.
If Colonel Sab joins, we will be more happy, sir.
Already I have briefed him about this program in the morning also, but maybe he was busy, he didn't join. Anyhow, all the best. Okay.
Shravan, if it is completed, you can inform us so that we can invite Dr. Suresh Garu from TK.
No, sir, not yet, sir.
Yeah, that's what.
I request all participants switch on your web camera. We are going to take screenshot. Still, most of them are not turn on their cameras.
Yeah, at least their profile pictures will come. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir.
I think Dr. Suresh Kandalpudi from TVK Systems Global Services Hyderabad is also available. So we welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So just in a couple of minutes, we'll take up the session, sir. After taking screenshot, we'll do that.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Volakshmi, while the process is going on, I think you can invite MCs for introduction.
Sir?
We can start the next session. You can make arrangements for it.
Sir?
You can make arrangements for starting of next session.
Sir, shall we go for 10 minutes or 15 minutes of break, sir?
Okay, madam. I think we'll continue. Already time is there.
Yeah, okay, sir. Sir, within 2 minutes, we will we'll arrange the profile reading of Srinivas, sir.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure, sir.
Okay, Devkumar, I'll leave Devkumar. I'll have some.
Thank you, madam. You are most welcome now and then. Please visit and give some suggestions, madam, so that if we are away from the track, definitely we'll make corrections. Right. Thank you, madam. Thank you for all your support.
Done, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Shravan. Thank you for arranging all online management. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's my privilege.
So I appreciate you, and Dr. Shravan will be helping us throughout this online program, online management of the program, and he's one of our proud faculty at our department.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So screenshot has been completed. I think now people can switch off your videos so that we can save transaction bandwidth. Switch off your videos and audios also.
Sir, shall we start the session, sir?
Yes, madam, please.
Okay, sir. So now I take the privilege to welcome Dr. Suresh, sir, who is going to take the first session on big data. I request Madhavi madam to read the profile of Dr. Suresh, sir. Thank you.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Madhavi, working as an assistant professor in School of Management Studies, JNTUA, Anantapur. It is my pleasure to reading the profile of Dr. Suresh Kandulapati. Presently, he is associated with Systems Global Services as a data scientist. He is working as a guest faculty at University of Hyderabad. He is a continuous learner and up to date with latest technological advancements. Recently, he has done AWS certified cloud practitioner certification. He developed a resume recommendation engine and Sage products powered by AI and worked on almost 10 data science projects like churn prediction, intelligent OBD, predictive maintenance, sales forecasting, anomaly detection, and mortgage financial modeling, etc. He has a 12 plus years of total experience in academia and industry. He presented and published a couple of research papers to the academic community. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Over to Varalakshmi Madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Madhavi madam. Thank you very much for the profile of Dr. Srinivas sir. Now I request Dr. Srinivas sir to address the participants.
Yeah, thank you, madam. So by mistake, you read my name as Srinivas sir. So I'm Dr. Suresh. Thank you for your introduction.
Sir, the reason is today our Vice Chancellor Srinivas Kumar is relieving and we are all on this. So maybe Dr. Varalakshmi might have misspelled that. Okay, sir. Welcome, sir. Dr. Suresh Kandulapati, sir. Please.
Yeah, sure, sir. So presentation mode is disabled for me. Can you enable presentation now?
Yeah, sure, sir. We will enable, sir.
Dr. Shravan, please, sir.
Sir, it's done, sir.
Okay. Just I'm sharing my screen. Once it is, you are able to see, you can tell me. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
The presentation.
Sir, it's visible, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay. Presentation you are able to see, right?
Yeah. With the title Big Data.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Just give me a second.
I request all participants
full screen is there.
Yes, thank you.
Switch off your web cameras.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's okay, sir. Full screen is there.
Yeah, I'm starting now.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing very well in the pandemic situation. So today our agenda is to discuss on big data. So majorly I try to cover the basics of big data, what it is, what are the driving factors, big data characteristics and types of big data, some example use cases and applications, challenges of big data, and at the end, what kind of skill set you require. So that also I will cover. So to start with, what is big data? So technically, all you are using big data. So if you are able to attend this session means backend big data technology is working. So Google Meet, so much big data technology Google Meet uses. Of course, Google company. So before going into the detail of big data, just I will give you a small story. Of course, not exactly related, but a bit you can connect. So earlier, how we can travel from one place to another place. So if at all you want to travel, then definitely we used to have some cart, which is pulled by the horse. So one person can go easily from one place to another place. But if he wants to carry large heavy luggage, definitely cannot do. Very limited space available for luggage, and one person only he can sit and go and come back. So what if he wants to carry heavy luggage? So and many people, they wanted to travel from one place to another place. So one intelligent guy like you, so given some idea, a cart he having with 4 horses. Instead of 1 horse, he can use 4 horses so that they can pull easily and they can drag heavy cart, and we can keep luggage more, and people also we can accommodate. So that is a relatively very good idea, and they migrated like that. So people then use it to keep more luggage or any heavy articles they can carry from one place to another place, and accordingly number of people also they can sit, more number of people. Here 2 points you need to remember is here space. Space nothing but we can say storage. Storage and the power of pulling the cart. Here you can assume that that is processing. So here storage and processing are 2 main aspects in big data. So how it is related? So if you see the definition wise, so in big data, it is a collection of large data sets. So maybe the one file can be terabytes or in GBs or in petabytes, anything. Or maybe small files, maybe 1 MB files, but millions of files they are generating. Then that is called big data. So normally these data sets cannot process on normal computing techniques. So using your laptop or any your desktop, you cannot process that kind of data sets because they are heavy incentive. Definitely they require more processing power. Maybe you can assume that RAM, and more storage power, assume that disk space. So more than your laptop, your desktop, nowadays, you are going for more storage capacity and more processing capacity, that is RAM, for your mobile. If you assume that how many GBs of RAM mobile you prefer, I want 5 GB, 6 GB, storage space 64 GB, 128 GB. Why? You are loading more data than what your laptops or desktop are carrying, because you don't use your laptop for storage purpose or any other purpose until unless we have some specific purpose. So you use very less. So but mobile, definitely you are using or running parallel apps. Since they are running parallelly at a time, so they consume more processing capacity. That's why we require more RAM. And at the same time, you upload videos, download videos, images, you text messages. All these are heavy storage capacity they occupy. So in that way, we are storing heavy data. So one video means definitely it will be in the MBs. So many such kind of images and videos you are downloading or using or storing in your mobile. So all comes under big data only. So of course, this is the well-known image or quote, if data is a new oil, big data is the aviation fuel. So for aviation, lot of fuel required. So data is new oil in the sense, whatever data we are gathering, or in the sense organizations gathering, those data or in petabytes or millions of emails, thousands of tweets, and billions of monthly active users on mobiles. So all are generating and they are changing very fast. So in line with the changes of the customer behaviors, how that data they are generating. So business also need to equip with that space, that speed the company is to generate, process and add value to their business. So for that, definitely they require big data technologies. So of course, many of you know already billions of smartphone users, billions of IoT devices, terabytes of data we are generating. So here even cloud computing also. 1/3 of the companies are using cloud computing nowadays. We will go in detail. So I think you might know all these. Otherwise, you can get to know our brain storage power. It is more than 2.5 petabytes. So stars in the sky, 300 billions. So Everest height, so 2.2 billions of cups consumed, coffee consumed every day. So all these are generating big data examples. So major data is generated from Instagram, Google, YouTube. All these are major contribution to generate big data. So if you see the history of big data, so business perspective. So earlier in olden days, ERP is there. In ERP stage, they used to handle megabytes of data, MBs of bytes of data only. So they need to define what data they need to collect. So purchase details, purchase record, payment record. They used to define, we need to collect these details. So only those details they used to collect and store. So that's why there is no big data storage capacity required. So MBs of storage capacity is only sufficient. So later it slowly moved to customer relationship management, where the enterprises need to focus on customers, how they need to be segmented, how we need to offer them with full details, and what kind of customer touch points we need to create, and what kind of contact support we need to provide. So that level increased business activities. So there more big data they used to generate in terms of gigabytes. Then later on, the web technology came. So during the web technology, creating the websites, a lot of open sources come into the picture, creating the websites and interacting with all the customers are outside the world. So definitely they need to gather more data, handle more data. This is terabytes of data. And then now we are in the phase of big data. So where this is unlimited, even companies don't want to get that data, so that data will come into the picture. So definitely using that data, they need to derive some business value. Otherwise, there is no use of big data. So if you see the types of big data, so structured, semi-structured or unstructured, might be you already know. So here structured, Excel sheet, you assume that. So we have columns and rows. That is structured data. So traditional relational database management system, structured query language, Excel, all these comes under structured data types. Of course, there is a limitation. For example, Excel sheet, you cannot store more than 10.5 lakhs data. So like that, some limitation is there. Then semi-structured, JSON, key value pair. If you see here, so time, latitude, count, some kind of this variable name and value. So variable name is key and value is the value. Key value kind of pair, semi-structured. This also we can understand. Then unstructured data. So here in unstructured data, text document, there is no structure. Video, image, voice. If you see all these, we don't have any structure. So that also we need to understand, process it, then derive the value. So these are the most commonly used data types in big data. So almost all the data nowadays are unstructured data. So how this data is coming, as I explained previously, sensor data. So many sensor data is coming from flights, trains, or even your fans, bulbs. Sensor data is coming. Then enterprise data, they are collecting the data what they wantedly collect. Then public data, many open source public data sets available. So example UCI, then Government of India, like any government, even they open source some of the data sets. Kaggle is the best source for public data sets. Then transactions, many transactions, banking transactions, purchase transactions, sales transactions, many transactions are going on. From them also generating data. And social media. Of course, undoubtedly, this is the major contributor of big data set. Then characteristics. If you see characteristics, what kind of... Sorry, anyone is asking question? Sorry, your voice is breaking. I'm unable to listen you properly.
Dr. Jakir, are you having any question? Jakir, I think your mic is on.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah, so your voice is coming. It is being interpreted as a doubt. Okay.
I request all participants to mute yourself. Dr. Suresh, you can continue.
Okay. So if you see the big data characteristics, so in terms of big characteristics, you might already studied, of course. These are the 5 V's. These are the backbone of big data. How these differ from each other, we will see now. If you see volume, so volume, it is how much volume of data is generating. It is exponentially generating every day. So exponentially increasing the data. You already sensed by this time, because I'm talking about sensor data, talking about social media, so YouTube, all this stuff. So exponentially data is growing. So here right now terabytes, petabytes, exabyte, terabytes. So like that it is moving. So from 1 byte to how it came to GBs, then now terabytes. So it is moving to zettabytes. So like that, even Twitter also exponentially increasing the number of Twitter users. So many tweets per day. So those generating huge volumes of data exponentially. Think it is a size, how much big size it is, that is volume. Then think about the volume here, major contributors, Twitter, 12 plus terabytes of data every day. Facebook, if you see, 25 terabytes every day. And of course, Google apps, either YouTube or either your Gmails or your meetings, anything. So much terabytes of data we are generating. So all these are big data volumes which are generating heavily. Major contributors are Google, then Facebook and Twitter. These are the major contributors. Then slowly usage of internet also increasing. So for example, in 2011, it is around 2+ billions of users on the websites. But now in 2020, it is 4.57. So it is almost 2.5 times increased. So many, of course, mobile, another heavy contributor, because all these apps are on mobiles. So everyone is using all these apps. So definitely that is the major triggering point for generating the volume. Then complexity. How complex it is, by this time you already know. It can be structured, it can be unstructured, it can be semi-structured. All these data types we have seen. Because of this variety, so much of variety of data coming in, and definitely complexity will increase. We don't know what data it is, but it is coming inside into the enterprise storage. So they are collecting and creating a data lake. So in that data lake, it is a kind of dump of all the data. So how we will dump all the materials in one storage place. So like that, so every data, different format types, it is coming and sitting in the data lakes for every company. So it can be images, it can be sensors, it can be audios, videos, weblogs, so what not everything. So here point is to extract the knowledge. We need to extract knowledge out of these data sets so that we can add business value. So then variety. Again, if you see a customer, only customer data, one customer data, if you wanted to see, so he is interacting with many touch points. It can be online purchases, it can be his software usage pattern, it can be banking transactions, it can be social media, what kind of games he is using or interested, what kind of movies he watch, what kind of entertainment apps he use. So all data related to one customer itself, so much variety of data is there. So as a single viewpoint, if you see any organization, its customers, one customer having different varieties of data collection points are there. So all again creating the complexity. So we need to handle this complexity. So accordingly, speed. Already I mentioned this point. So how fast the data is generating every day, every second. So that much speed the organizations should process data and accordingly derive the value for taking the decisions. If they miss any, that data collection points are processing, so they become late, definitely they will miss opportunities. So online, once you are reached, if you get into the cab, so how much time it will take. So customer is expecting to see how much time it is going to take. Even booking a cab, before booking the cab itself, is trying to know. So even he is not your customer, but say is trying, we need to provide, organization should provide the estimated time. That information should have. So how it can be happened? If we don't have in that kind of technology, the speed at which we need to provide. So online data analytics support is very big help here. So like any healthcare monitoring or e-promotions, so immediately we need to give the result. And inconsistency of the data. This is another characteristic. So if you see here minimum value, so it is 15,000. So corresponding maximum value is 7.9. So here one side it is maximum should be 7.9 data showing, but minimum showing 15,000. This is definitely it is not valid. So like that some values will miss or some standard deviation, whatever we see. So that can be not the genuine value. By seeing that we can say. So that inconsistencies we need to identify. Because if it is Excel sheet, so if you open and we can see if since that is small data set. But here, the big data, it is millions of rows. So we cannot open file and see the differences here. So definitely we needed a technology where we can open and get the summaries. So then only we can get to know. So in that way, we need to identify inconsistencies and handle those inconsistencies properly. So data coming into the organization doesn't mean that that is valid data. So it is organization's responsibility to check the inconsistencies and correct it. Then they can derive the best course of action. Otherwise, wrong data leads to wrong decision making. And of course, value, I'm keep on talking on every characteristics through social media networks, scientific instruments, or mobile devices, or can be sensor data networks, whatever can be, whatever data we are collecting, how we are processing. At the end of the time or end of the day, we need some value out of that. If you are unable to derive value from all these data points, definitely there is no business. So here we need to have ability to manage the entire data sets and manage how to analyze the entire data sets and how to summarize, visualize, and derive the insight from the data. That is discovering the knowledge. So that discovering the knowledge is data science. So here collecting data from all these data sources, we can say all these are data sources, social media apps, any instruments or mobile devices, sensor data. All these are data sources for any organization. So how this data should be collected from all these apps and how to store in a data lake, and after storing the data lake, how to process that data, that is ETL, so extract, transform, and load. So they will check the consistencies, whatever necessary transformations they need to do, they will do, and then they will load into the data warehouse. So from data warehouse, whatever analytics you wanted to do, you can do. So through data warehouse, you can connect to the data visualization application and you can visualize the data, or from data warehouse, you can pull the data for building the artificial intelligence models or machine learning models, or you can generate the report summary, a kind of bill generation for any mobile subscriber, anything you can do. So here, from extracting data from different sources to then keeping in data warehouse, all these steps comes under big data. All these steps. So mostly this part is covered under data engineering. Collect the data, store the data, transform the data, and store it in data warehouse. Then of course, applying machine learning, then visualizations. So applying machine learning, visualization, all this comes under data science part, and storing till data warehouse. That is data engineering part. So for data engineering part, you need heavy knowledge on technology. For data science, you need heavy knowledge on how to derive knowledge out of the data in terms of statistics, in terms of machine learning, or in terms of any data visualization, something like that. So that is about 5 V's of big data. 5 V's, how they are different from each other. So if you see next level, so what are the major drivers of big data? So by this time, maybe you sensed that the technology drivers of big data for business. First one is the digitization of society. Already know digitization. So it happened through mobile heavily. So first of all, internet, that internet is available through your mobile device. That is a major triggering point. So digitization came into the picture. And if you see monetization, demonetization step, so that pushed heavily majority of the non online transaction customers into online transacting customers. Heavily pushed the banking sector through e-transfers of money, e-payments, for that example, if you see. So like that, in this lockdown period, heavily pushed. So all the online shoppings. So now if you see, majority of the customers who are not willing to go out in this situation, they are simply ordering from mobile, either through Amazon or Flipkart. So heavy push was happened here for online shopping. So earlier what happened before lockdown, they used to go near DMart or near more stores or near Kirana shops. So now, so everything is delivered. They habituated because initially they cannot go outside, they need to order. So our one precautionary step, we should not go out. So in that way, they are habituated to online now. They are not like to go out and bring the groceries. So like that shift happens. So because that shift is supported by digitization. So if we don't have any digitization, definitely we cannot use all this stuff. If you don't use all these apps, definitely we cannot generate value. If you don't generate value or data, definitely companies cannot collect data or it cannot be a big data. Then next driver is technology cost. Assume that at what price you purchased one floppy disk, if you remember. So how many GBs? If you want 1 MB, 1 GB, so how much price you used to spend? And now at what price you are purchasing per GB, how much cost? So it is drastically reducing. So even technology keep on increasing trend, but the cost of technology is coming down. So that is the another major driver for business. So since the cost is drastically decreasing, definitely it is a plus point for the business so that they can buy a lot of storage capacity servers, or they can, of course, they can use cloud computing, anything. So storage cost or infrastructure cost drastically decreasing over a period of time. So that is another major driver for big data. Then third one is cloud computing. So earlier, if you want to start any business, so definitely we need one building. In that one building, we need to set up all the infrastructure. Of course, in the context of technology, I'm speaking, IT perspective. So we need to buy so many servers because we need to store data, we need to process data, we need to host our applications, all the stuff. And maintenance, we need to maintain our own servers, everything. So that is heavy cost of infrastructure, heavy cost of infrastructure maintenance. So all those are nullified right now using cloud computing. So here cloud computing is like a paying one electricity bill, monthly electricity bill, how much you will pay. So based on your usage only, how much you use, that much only you have to pay bill. So for same thing is happening using cloud computing. If you want to start one business, just you go to Amazon or Google or Microsoft and just open cloud computing account. Just how you log in Gmail account. Like that, you can log in and they will provide. If you want one server, they can provide you. So if you want a heavy computing server, they will provide. If you want for 1 hour, they will provide. If you want 10 hours, they will provide. So like that, how much you use, that much only you buy. Or just listing, simply we can say that pay as you go model. So this is another heavy shift in the future. So mostly all the companies will move on cloud. Now almost so 33% of the companies, or mostly around 40%, they are using cloud computing. Even nowadays, all the analytics, whatever you are doing using open source, so those should be on cloud computing. And fourth one is data science. Increased knowledge about the data science. Of course, the artificial neural networks all are existed from 1950s itself. So all the data science component is there, but the drawback was there were no technology to process that heavy stuff. Now here, that time they developed how to process everything using the big data. Assumption is using the big data, how we can derive the values. That already was there. But that time, this much of technology is not there. So processing capacity is not there. Then infrastructure cost is heavy that time. So because of that, it was in the theory only. But after coming into the big data era, so big data and data science, they coexist. So with the benefit of big data technology, so data science is able to apply whatever applications or methods, techniques. So it is win-win situation for both big data technology and data science. Because if you get the data, if you don't derive any value, there is no use of the data. So organizations are able to collect more data. So at the end, they have to process and derive the value, that is data science. So they both hand in hand, they are growing together. So that's why it is the most sexiest job of 21st century is data scientist position. Of course, it is very challenging. So organizations nowadays, they are expecting technical knowledge also. Technically, data science is more into processing the data, how to derive value from the data. But organization is expecting data engineering skill also. So that is the challenging here. But the thing are both are different. One is heavy technology uses, and this is how to apply knowledge to derive the value. Of course, with the help of technology only we can do it, because big data exist in big data technology. So we have to develop artificial intelligence projects on big data technologies only. So that's why, even though so the profile is slightly different, companies expecting both skills, data engineering and data science skills. And another driver is social media. Already you know about this. So much data we generate using our social media applications. And Internet of Things. So if you think of flight or any agricultural field or any data center or any building, a mobile TV, lights, everything is IoT. We are able to generate data from them. That is Internet of Things. From things we are able to connect internet. Through internet we are able to generate data. So that is about IoT, another driver of business for big data. So these are the major 6 drivers of big data. So now question is, why should organizations adopt big data technology? I think this question already have answers from previous slides. But what is exactly is problems with traditional approach. So blindly they can apply whatever traditional approach they are doing. If you apply the same thing to the big data, so it cannot work because of these three things. One is they have small capacity servers. If they want to buy big capacities, storage cost increase. That is one problem. And second problem is structure of the data. It is in different varieties of formats. Definitely, they cannot process all the unstructured data, structured data. But for that, they need heavy processing capacity. Again, storage capacity, the processing capacity, that is also cost involved. And servers. So amount of servers, if they wanted to use, definitely they cannot scale, the processing capacity here, traditional approach, because if one server fails, definitely it will impact on all other servers, connected servers, and entire system will be failure only. So even server fails also we should work. So that is the modern approach. So that's in that way, these are the three major problems traditionally what we have. We don't have heavy storage capacity. We don't know how to process different varieties of formats of data. And one thing is computing, how we can handle failures, that we don't know. So since we don't know how to handle failures and how to process different formats data, and we don't know how to store heavy data, that leads to big data technology adoption. So that is through open source initially Hadoop. So Hadoop, technically speaking, it is origin from Google. Google published a white paper in 2004 regarding the map reduce. So how we can do parallel processing using the big data. So that is the triggering point for developing the Hadoop Apache Foundation open source JIT. So here two aspects. At the beginning, I told you need to remember how to store data and how to process. So here storing data is distributed storage system, and processing is parallel. So that comes into the picture. Distributed storage and distributed processing. So here even one file can be stored on multiple systems. Here systems are interconnected. So how horses are increased for one single cart for increasing the power. So like that, computers are connected each other, different computers. So in that way, storage will be shared. One file can be shared among all the systems so that they can store big file, that means big data, and processing also. So they can share the workload for processing the data. That's why that is distributed processing system. So these are the two major aspects of Hadoop come into the picture. This is the major shift or drastic change of entire business industries, any industry. So now they are able to collect heavy data, they can store data, they can increase the capacities, they can handle the failure, all those stuff. If you see in Hadoop, HDF is there, Hadoop distributed file system. So this is not required for you, but just for understanding. If you assume that this is one file, big file, so that file is broken into small blocks. So assume that each block is one page. Assume that this is 100 pages. So here, one page is one block. So those blocks, few of the blocks, first 10 blocks, 10 pages will be stored on one computer, and next 10 pages will be another computer. So like that, they will store. So all these are interconnected. If If we want to access certain page, so they will find where it is stored in which commodity. We call here commodity computer. So where that particular part is there, they will access based on that. They will communicate internally. They can know which part is stored and which location. Accordingly, they will manage. And map reduce, parallel processing, that is for storage. This is for storage and processing. So like this, here movie ratings how we can process the movie rating. So here user ID, movie ID, rating and timestamp. So maybe first 2 rows will be one computer. It will say I have 3 one time, 3 one time. So next 2 will be another computer. I have 1 rating one time, 2 rating one time. So like that they will count. So this is one computer, this is one computer. So later they will shuffle and order. Total ratings 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this, so how many ones came? 2 times. How many 2s came? 3 came, 4 came. Then they will reduce. Okay, total number of 1 rating, total number of 2 rating. So like that, here multiple systems they will calculate because each page they stored on different computer. So in first page, in one computer, they will say I have only 3 rating one time, 3 rating one time. So these will be passed to main computer, master node, and it will arrange here. So 3, 1, 1. Okay, from computer 2. So maybe 1, 1, 1. Then finally they will reduce. So like that parallelly they will process. So simply for your understanding, if you want to write a book review, so either only one person can do or collectively maybe 10 faculty can form one group. So can be 10 chapters, one chapter, one group, one. So like that, 10 faculty, each chapter is one person. They will write review. So at the end, they will collect on one page and understand, and they will finally they summarize entire reviews collected from all the 10 people. So how we will do? So that is the same process. If you do another example, so your evaluation, student evaluation papers. So total university students, if you take one subject, so one person cannot do, right? Parallelly you do. So we will invite all statistical faculty and then, so we will give some bundles to them. So later they will summarize. Okay, statistics subject came, then management science subject, then maybe marketing management subject. So later they will combine. How they will do? That is reduce here. Based on that result, they will, for each student, for different subject, they give marks, either pass or fail. So like that only, parallel processing you are doing, evaluating the script, parallel processing you are doing for one subject. So this is also same concept. Of course, you may ask one doubt. So everything it is possible. Definitely it is not possible for everything. So whatever possible, processing can be done like this. Then if you ask another question, why organization need big data? Okay, this is fine. So okay, technology came, we know how to store data distributedly, how to know processing parallelly. But why? Why all this stuff? What organizations expecting from big data? So mostly organizations' perspective is to decrease operational cost. That is the major step. Majority of the companies trying to decrease their operational cost. So based on the data available for them, they are trying to understand and derive the knowledge, and they will apply how we can reduce the cost. Accordingly, they are taking the decision making. Then data driven culture. Of course, since the scenario or situation nowadays, it is based on the data. Everything is data support only. So organization trying to practice data collection, data processing, and data-based decision making, all those stuff they are trying to do. So next, new avenues for new innovations and distributions. Definitely, if you have data means definitely we can innovate many things out of the data. So based on data patterns, we can understand what is missing. For example, any product reviews, based on the product reviews understanding, so definitely we come to know what is the weak point of our company or any product, what is the drawback of that product, how we can improve that. So from that is the triggering point for based on the reviews that can triggering the product quality improvement. So that may be lead to some other innovations and accelerate the speed for new capabilities and services. It is not only just innovation here, how we can accelerate, because of technology, customer purchase patterns are changing drastically. So we have data today. So based on that data, I can survive. No. So today pattern will be different. Maybe tomorrow it will be different. So data is dynamic now. So every time data is changing. So along with the data change, we need to process it and understand daily. So with that speed, they have to grow their business. Definitely we need big data. And launch new products and services. Obviously, if you want to launch any new products, nowadays it is very easy. Using cloud computing, you can launch your products throughout the globe within a few days only. So product can be available entire world or services. So it is very easy to launch new products. Of course, provided a lot of background work is there. And monetize big data through increased revenue. So how to generate revenue out of the big data? That is another aspect. So based on the customer, when a particular customer is purchasing particular product, if we try to understand, so then we can make it available. That product should be recommended to them so that they can immediately purchase. And transform business for future. Definitely how it can be transformed, business. So business main objective is to generating the revenue and how it can be transformed as much as possible. So that is another expectation. So these are the major triggering points for organizations for adopting big data technologies. So, okay, this is all good. Then if you see one use case, maybe you can understand. This is also high level only. I'm not going any technical knowledge or processing different types. So it may be covered in some other sessions throughout the week. So here, if you see a Starbucks, it is a coffee shop. So that coffee shop having website also, app also. So every customer who is having their app or using the website, definitely they have their details. So in that way, Starbucks is able to collect their customers' data. So definitely they have all the record transactions. So what time, which day, then what coffee or what product they purchased, which store they visited. So all those, based on that data they are collecting, they are able to understand their behavior, purchase behavior. So when to recommend what kind of flavor of coffee, or based on the location. For example, they may have, they regularly use in Hyderabad, they may be visited Delhi. So maybe some of the products may not available in Hyderabad, may be available in Delhi. So once he entered into their Starbucks coffee shop, So by tracking their location, they identify that this customer is now visited Delhi store. Then accordingly, so what is the specialty of Delhi store which is not available in Hyderabad? So accordingly, they will send message. So this is the welcome to Delhi Starbucks coffee shop. So this is the flavor of coffee is famous here. You can try it out. So like that, they can send immediately notifications. So like that, they can collecting their data, processing their data. Immediately, they are recommending some products to the customers. So in that way, they are able to do analytics. So using big data. So that is called big data analytics here. So here, if you observe, both are there here. Here, technology is there, then data science is there here. So with the technology, they are able to maintain the big data, and with the same technology, they are able to process entire big data to understand the customer and suggesting the new products. So all this called big data analytics. Then different applications are already there. Already you might know insurance. Definitely they need to check what kind of disease is going to get. So how frequently, maybe. So when he will get accident, or what kind, at what price we can offer the LIC policy. So what is the sum assured we can provide? All those can be easily predict using the data science and big data combination. Healthcare, as I told you, what kind of disease likely to get heart attack based on the history of the patient, we can get what kind of disease he is likely to get. Entertainment, Netflix and Amazon. So based on your movie viewing history, they can recommend what kind of movie you may like. Then stock market. So if I invest today, if I want to get after 6 months 20% profit, so what stocks I need to invest? That is another application. Driverless cars, autonomous car, that is example from Google. So there also heavy data it requires. It has to process videos, images, so satellite images, everything that it has to process, understand, and immediately it has to react within the fraction of seconds. So there it is useful. Even government understanding the politics, who is going to win in elections. Then human resource planning, HR people, who is going to resign next month or next 6 months. So accordingly, they can plan recruitment analytics for a given job description. Out of the available applicants, who is the right person? We can do it. And marketing analytics, what kind of product mix I need to use for getting 30% of the sales revenue? So all these analytics we can apply. Then supply chain management. So if you see economic order quantity, so maintaining the how much order I need to order, raw materials order we have to order for keeping inventory cost low. How to do that? How much inventory should be maintained for next month? All the supply chain details, even delivery also. For example, Amazon deliveries, so product deliveries. So what time it has to deliver, by what time? So fraud detection. So for a given transaction, whether it is genuine or not, immediately it has to detect real-time processing. Then customer churn, who is likely to stop using my services or products, and who are likely to use competitors' products or services. Then real-time analytics, like already told you, tracking flights, ships, then online transactions, information security. This is very important for online transactions. So how securely we can provide information to the authenticated apps. So that is very high in priority in real-time analytics. So not only this, if you see chatbot, customer care support, how we can do that, predictive maintenance, which machine is going to fail. It has to predict in manufacturing, then text processing. So whatever product reviews, movie reviews you're writing, everything company has to process it, understand it. So whether it is positive or negative, neutral, how we can improve further for getting more positive reviews, everything we can do. Language language translations. So nowadays it is easy to understand other languages. Simply we can Google Translate is there. So whatever you enter here, which language you wanted to translate, we can do that. Then image processing. So given image, what is there in that image? Whether it is a car, it is a person, or if it is a person, what is the facial analysis? So it is best use case is movie facial analysis. While watching the movie, audience facial analysis, whether they are feeling happy or feeling sad, how their emotions are changing, we can do that. Of course, video analytics also. While in the movie, so characters they speak based on that dialogue, so it will automatically write the captions. So that is video captioning. Of course, image also we can do that. So jumping over the whatever description given in the what image is it is. For example, cat is jumping into one floor from one first floor to second floor. So that description it will do. Cat is jumping from first floor to second floor, like that. And many more. Many more. You take any company. So most of the use cases are from big data analytics. So you may get one doubt here. So is it AI or big data applications? So without AI, there is no big data here, because if you have big data also, there is no use. So even if we have big data and if we are not deriving any value using AI, there is no use of that also. So here both hand in hand, as I told you. So both are combinedly we can apply. So big data applications, both we can say. So this is the scope. So at the end of the day, businesses expects. So how much revenue I will get? That is the point. So here companies who are moving towards the big data technologies and applications. So by 2027, it is around 103 billion US dollars. That is the market value. So much scope is there. Right now it is around 56. Of course, it is more than double it will happen. Of course, these are estimated figures. So much scope is there. So now challenges. What challenges we have in big data? Already covered these points. Data quality, as we have seen, consistency of the data. That is the major challenge. Then processing. How? Streaming and batch processing. Streaming here. So you are doing transaction that data should be immediately captured and processed, whether it is genuine or not. So that kind of streaming processing, how we can do. If it is batch processing previously, so transaction happened today will be updated tomorrow. If you draw today money from ATM, so tomorrow it will be reflected in your account. Or if you deposit check today, it will be reflected tomorrow. Like that it is to happen. That is batch processing. So overnight they will process the entire day data. So but now, before getting money in your hands, you will get message on your mobile. You have withdrawn this much amount. So that much fast, how we can process? That is the major challenge. So much infrastructure required in terms of big data. Then storage. So lots of transactions, lots of social media activities, all those, how we can capture and store it. And then how we can do analytics on top of that. And at the same time, major priority is security. how we can provide security for our customer information. Then lack of talent is another challenge. Of course, because it is a very emerging technology, definitely skill is not that much efficient right now. It is suffering skill set because the industry expectation is to have both technical and data science, both skill set they are expecting. So people having heavy knowledge on data science, they are not strong in data engineering stuff. The people having very sound knowledge on data engineering part, they are not sound in data science. So like this happening here. So that is another challenge, getting the right person. And what kind of tools or skills required in this aspect? If you want to learn or shift your career or enhance your skills, so these are the skill set required. So if you see here programming, that is the ultimate. You need to learn programming. Either it can be R programming or Python programming. I recommend start with R and focus on Python. If you are having some programming background, straight away you can go for Python. Not an issue. Both are simple languages only, but R is more simple than Python. But Python heavily used in industry. R is mostly on research and academics. Then statistical quantitative knowledge. Of course, I don't need to mention this. Every business management course have, of course, even engineering courses also. These are common papers. Then data warehousing. You should, must and should know SQL and not only SQL. So SQL is you can use for only structured data. No SQL means not only SQL. You can use or store or query data, so unstructured data also. So that's why you have to aware of SQL, NoSQL, query languages. Of course, these are MySQL, Oracle are structured, and NoSQL examples, HBase in Hadoop, Cassandra, MongoDB. Of course, many cloud technologies came now. So, for example, AWS, if you see, that is DynamoDB. SQL means DynamoDB. So, NoSQL means DynamoDB. SQL means Redshift. So, like that, technology name will differ, but concept is same. You have to hold concept, not naming convention, and data visualization. For example, in Excel also you can do visualization, but big data it cannot handle. So Tableau is one of the example. We can directly connect to databases. So then we can visualize lots of data. That is another aspect you can work on. Then specific business knowledge. Definitely you are working on financial modeling. Definitely you need to have understanding of finance and the domain knowledge. Finance industry, domain knowledge you require. For example, mortgage projects you are doing. So definitely you need to have how mortgage industry works. So that specific domain knowledge is required depending on the project, what you are doing. And computational framework. So these are the data engineering guy who can handle Spark, Hadoop, all those stuff. So Hadoop and Spark. Spark is computation power. It is having heavy computation power. So Hadoop is storage power. And cloud computing. Beyond this, you can focus computational framework. You can use cloud computing because future is cloud computing only. Whatever concept I shown you, skills shown you, all will implement in cloud computing. So that is slightly difference, but concept is same. You have to work on that. So future is cloud computing. So by this, we can conclude here that two aspects you have to remember here. So one is distributed storage and processing. Here distributed storage, how one big file can be stored in different clusters. Here, combination of computers linked together is called cluster. How we can store on different clusters one file. Then processing. So how we can process that big data file. So here processing can be real-time processing and batch processing. So real-time processing, as and when the information is coming from sensor, so it will capture and process and send the result back, like online transaction, whether it is fraud transaction or not. Immediately it will say, or if you withdraw money, immediately it has to reflect your balance amount. So that is real-time processing or batch processing. So it depends on the business use case. If it is not high priority, definitely overnight they can collect data, entire day data, and process it overnight, and it will be reflected next day. So like that, batch processing are there. So Spark can do both batch processing and real-time processing, but Hadoop cannot do real-time processing. Hadoop is good at batch processing, not good at real-time processing. So that's why Spark is more importance in big data technology in open source category. Then 5 is, so volume, what is the size of data, variety of data, which formats, having structured, unstructured. So velocity, how much speed it is generating the data. Veracity, how much variety, complexity is there. And value, how much value I can generate out of it. Those are 5 V's of big data. Those are characteristics. Then driving factors. Digitization, obviously, cost of technology is drastically reducing. Cloud computing, pay as you go. This is the major thing companies can look at. They no need to invest at the beginning of their business, or upfront investment mostly nil. Only you have to create one account with AWS or Google Cloud or any cloud service provider. So with creating some account, so definitely they can use their infrastructures. So that is the major advantage of cloud computing. All startups nowadays, they cannot invest heavily. So that's why they are moving on cloud computing. If startup itself. So that is very simple. If you have one laptop, that is sufficient, whatever laptop you have. So how you log into your Gmail account, like that only you can log in, and you can manage your servers, your business processing, everything it can be managed using that infrastructure. So at back end, what they are doing, AWS will manage, Amazon will manage entire infrastructure, or Google will manage entire infrastructure. So for example, you are using Gmail or YouTube. So you're sharing your documents to Drive. So you're not managing anything there. You're not managing any computer server or storage, anything you're not managing. So here Google is managing entire data. So like you, billions of customers, they're managing. So they have their own data centers. So for example, if you take Amazon, so Amazon having, for example, in India, presently it is in Mumbai only. So business organizations, any business having Amazon cloud services, so their data is directly physically stored in Mumbai location in data centers. So they have physical servers. So virtually they will access from their laptop, from AWS account. So like that, in which country you wanted to operate. So that country you have to select that location where data center is there. So in that way, it is very easy to operate your business from where you are sitting. So that is the major major driving factor of cloud computing. Future is all about cloud computing. Then IoT. So lots of data is generated through IoT. So then social media at the same time, then data science. So anyway, our Professor Rajshekhar sir will handle this session. He will give more in-depth knowledge on what is data science. So that's why I'm not taking this part right now. And future scope. Obviously, as I told you, cloud computing only. So those, even your university is trying to implement any business analytics course, then definitely I recommend you include cloud computing is one of the paper, because that is the one of the futuristic emerging technology. So heavy demand will be there. So with this, I can conclude this session now. So thank you for giving this opportunity. If you have any questions, yeah, you are free to ask now.
Participants, you can raise your questions.
Hello.
So
Participants who
everyone
have
understand.
queries related to the big data can ask directly, or you can post your queries in chat box. Any queries from the side of the participants?
I think they are very clear from my session. They don't have any questions. I can assume that. Even faculty also can ask.
Participants, any queries that you have? If you are having any network issues, just you can post your question in the chat box so that we can see and we can pass that question to the resource person.
Krishnamurthy sir asked one question.
Yes.
How Hadoop is related
so
to
those who, so we got one question from Krishnamurthy sir. How Hadoop is related to big data?
Yes. Krishnamurthy, I think.
Sir, Suresh sir?
Sorry, okay. Hello, are you able to listen my voice? Hello?
Hello, Suresh sir?
You can continue, sir.
Yes. Yeah, already I explained you at the beginning, in between of the session.
Suresh sir, are you there, sir?
I am there, yes. I am there.
You can go ahead, sir, please.
Okay. Yeah, Hadoop, that is the major shift of big data technology. So Hadoop only, the concept introduced at the beginning of 2004 by Google. So Google published one white paper. So how to process big data. So that white paper name is MapReduce. So that is the triggering point for developing the Hadoop Foundation, Apache Hadoop Foundation, open source. So they open source the entire concept what Google published. So using open source, so companies able to access that big data technology, how to store data using big data, how we can distributedly store data, distributedly process the data. So in that way, it is related to big data. Did I answer your question, Krishnamurthy?
Sorry, it says replied that yes, it's clear.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Sir, one more question is raised from the participant. Talari Sanjeev Kumar is asked, will be any changes take place in big data concept after post-COVID?
there is no change here. In terms of big data technologies, no change. Only change is how we process. I mean, in the sense, how to derive the values. What is the effect of COVID for the economies? So where we will do that, that is in data science. So technology perspective, there is no change. How do you deploy?
Okay.
So big data solution. So here we need to create a cluster here. For example, I have given examples, right? So if you go to cloud computing, I'm giving a cloud computing example. So in cloud computing, you have some EMR. If you go to Amazon, that is EMR. So there you can create cluster. So big data cluster. So on that big data cluster, you can do it. If you wanted to do on your own data center, so definitely you need to have one master node and the number of computers you wanted to combine as a cluster. Maybe if you want to combine as a 10 computers as one cluster. So definitely you need one master node plus 10 computers. So in that way you can deploy in one server. So all will be connected and work together. That is open source. Any particular steps required to perform? So definitely steps required, obviously. So you need to download. So Hadoop, from Hadoop you have to download, you have to install that, and you need to configure the IP addresses. So in master node, you need to configure all the 10 computers IP addresses so that communication will happen between them and how they can talk to each other, how they can get the feedback after any process step. So all these configurations you have to. Okay.
Yeah.
How can I start big data career? Need answer from a student point of view. So starting your career, because you are a beginner, I recommend start with cloud computing. So that is one part. So open source knowledge also you require. So first you try to learn Python programming. Already I have given. And you need to learn big data technology like Hadoop Spark. You can learn. Then cloud computing. How you can implement this Hadoop on cloud. So like this you can start. So programming knowledge you require, some statistical knowledge you require, some data warehouse knowledge. So already I shown you data visualization, but from data engineering perspective, what you require is, so Python programming you require, Hadoop and Spark and cloud computing. Technical tools used to stick market.
Sorry, stock market, sir. It's a stock market.
Okay. Technical tools used stock market.
Yes, sir.
So
Or software to predict the stock.
Yes, to predict the stock price here. So for example, here, today I wanted to invest or what stocks I need to purchase, where I need Deva Kumar. Mute.
Sir,
Okay.
I muted, sir. No problem, sir.
Okay, thank you. So here, from data science perspective, we can use time series techniques like ARIMA models are there. So these are traditional models, ARIMA, auto regression integrated moving averages. So using those, we can predict the trend and seasonality. Based on that, we can get. That is traditional approach. Then modern approach is using deep learning. So using deep learning, we require only that date and that stock price. But in traditional approach, not only date and price, so other factors also we require. So moving averages, quarterly moving averages, high value, low value. So everything we require. But here using deep learning, we have some other algorithms. Deep regressor algorithm is there. Using that algorithm, we can pass time and stock price so that internally it will derive the value, understand the pattern and predict the value.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one more question from my end, sir.
Okay.
So nowadays, most of the corporate, they are shifting Tableau to Power BI.
Okay.
So I want the comment. The scope of Power BI is good or Tableau is good, sir?
So here, tool, those are tools, right?
Yes, sir.
Tableau or Power BI. If you know how to visualize, learn how to visualize concept, then whether it is Excel or Power BI or Tableau, anything is same. That is one aspect. Second aspect is it depends on the company to company. So some companies, they buy Tableau license. That's why they demand Tableau. Some companies buy Power BI. So that's why they use that. So mostly Tableau is nowadays many companies are buying. So it depends on you.
The final question from my end, sir.
Yes.
If one student learned data science course, being a fresher, what are the job opportunities are there? Most of the data science people, they are expecting that experienced guys. On behalf of student, I would like to ask this question, sir.
Yes. So this is the challenge actually I also faced while shifting my career from teaching to industry. So technically speaking, they need experienced guy only because they should have exposure towards many things in terms of technology, in terms of business use cases, how they have to understand the business context. So from that perspective, they need experienced people. To start a student in just data science career, definitely he has to look for some startup companies. So nowadays, some of the startup companies are hiring junior data scientists. So there, they may be whatever tasks available at the senior level, they will assign to these people. So it is very entry level job, we can say. So they can look at those kind of roles so that later, after getting the exposure, they can move on to the large companies.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Any questions?
So one more question from Sanjeev Kumar, sir.
Okay.
Yesterday, ERP, that is especially Oracle, SAP, etc., was a buzz, and now big data. Then what will be the future trend? Any predictive technologies in the nearby?
This is a good question, but artificial intelligence will move. Big data point of view, cloud computing, major prediction right now. Cloud computing plays major role next level. So you can focus on cloud computing. So from data science perspective, artificial intelligence will rule the business.
Okay,
did I answer
sir.
your question? Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay.
So any other queries from the side of participants?
Sir, myself, Dr. Shravan, sir, one more question. So how can we get that project internship in this data science, sir?
Sorry, come again.
Internships, sir. Students internships.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that only just before when Sir asked this question, same thing only. I mean, big companies, they don't try to prefer to take beginners. Internships also they don't give because this is mostly handling with the data. So data security, privacy perspective, they don't allow beginners. So only startup companies you can target. Nowadays they started internships also in data science. Small companies they are giving nowadays. So maybe you need to explore those companies.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Any more questions from the participants?
Yeah, it seems they are well understood about the concepts of big data, sir. Really, it was a wonderful session related to the big data and history of big data, the tools, and about the Hadoop and how it is used. And the overall picture of big data is very well explained, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Suresh, sir, for your wonderful time and sharing your thought and experiences related to big data, such an emerging technology, and everyone have to know about the big data and its importance also. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being part of this FDP program and delivering your lecture, especially on big data for all the participants. Thank you. Thank you very much on behalf of JNTUA School of Management Studies, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Varalakshmi madam. Thank you again for giving this opportunity to me. So for University of JNTU Anantapur, I thank for this opportunity. So I think so in future events also might be I will be part of that.
Sure, sir. It's our pleasure to have you here today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much. So, participants, please join the afternoon session by 2:15 p.m. sharp. The session will be taken by Professor Rashikar sir, who is a Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Hyderabad. So the sir will start the section sharply at 2:15. Thank you. Thank you, participants. Thank you, one and all.
Link is the same for 7 days. Same link is for 7 days. It's a recurring link.
Yeah, participants, you can leave the meeting and again we can join by 2:15 p.m. Thank you.